Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about East Asian culture. So what's East Asian culture? In East Asia, they were historically influenced by Chinese culture. East Asian culture including China, Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. So let's talk about China. The full name is People's Republic of China. There are 1.4 billion people and around 300 living languages in mainland China. And Mandarin is spoken by 70% of the population. The religion are Buddhism and Taoism. Korea is a peninsular region in East Asia. Since 1945, it has been divided near the 38th parallel. Confucian tradition has dominated Korean thought, along with Buddhist, Taoism, and the Korean shamanism contributions. Japan is an island country in East Asia. They speak in Japanese. Japanese writing uses kanji, as well as the Latin alphabet and Arabic numbers. Many Japanese people practice both Shinto and Buddhism. They can either identify with both religions or describe themselves as non-religious or spiritual. In Taiwan, we speak in Mandarin, which is our official language, but most people in Taiwan also speak in Taiwanese, which is the language without words. Hakka language and more than 10 Aboriginal languages in Taiwan as well. Traditional Chinese is used as the writing system, and there are three largest religions were Buddhism, Taoism, and Yi-Guan Dao. The interesting in East Asian countries because we speak in different languages and cannot understand each other. Usually, our communication is way different than in Western culture. Our languages have different levels. For example, the Japanese language has more than 5 levels of honorifics. The Korean language has more than 2 levels of honorifics. The Chinese and Taiwanese language have many as well. We use different levels of honorifics depending on job positions, age, and even family. The common condition is that we never call their name directly to our older people, such as teachers, parents, or grandparents. About the values in East Asian culture, East Asians do not believe in the extreme form of individualism practiced in the West. East Asians believe in strong families, so divorce rates are much lower than those in the West. About the education, East Asians revere education, so you can notice why there are so many PhD students from East Asians in Western countries. East Asians believe in the virtues of saving and frugality. Most of the holidays, rituals, and the traditions in Korea, Japan, and Taiwan are influenced by ancient China. There are many holidays in East Asia. Most people know Chinese New Year, but I would like to say Lunar New Year because this important holiday not only happens in China, but it's also celebrated in Korea and Taiwan, and even is celebrated in other Southeast Asia, such as Singapore, Vietnam, and Malaysia. We celebrate Lunar New Year with the whole family, welcome the New Year, and share family stories, and even every year has a different zodiac. However, in Japan, they celebrate the New Year at the same time as Western culture, but they celebrate differently. visiting a shrine in the middle of the night. This video shows how the world celebrates Lunar New Year. It's common to celebrate Lantern Festival, and there's a video recording from Taiwan.
These lanterns are lit! Hundreds of paper lanterns were released into the sky in Taiwan. The lanterns have messages written on them, bearing hopes for prosperity and togetherness.
Dragon Boat Festival is also famous in East Asia. Let's watch the video to know what the activity is. Girls' Day is an annual festival in Japan, which takes place on March 3rd. The festival is held to pray for girls' healthy growth and happiness, especially young girls under 10. Another one is Children's Day, Kodomo no Hi, or used so-called Boys' Day. It's a public holiday in Japan which takes place annually on May 5th. It's a day set aside to respect children's personalities and to celebrate their happiness. There are so many rituals in East Asia, so I only choose 3. Coming of Age Day in Japan and Korea, Good Luck Snake rituals in Taiwan, Worship rituals in East Asia. Let's watch how Korea celebrates Coming of Age Day. Another video shows Coming of Age Day ceremonies in Japan. The new and exciting ritual in Taiwan is the Good Luck Snake. If you mention this to the Taiwanese, they will see you as a local people because only Taiwanese do this action and believe this action will bring more luck. Usually, we will buy as many good luck snakes as possible. then put them on the machine to pray those machines will operate smoothly. Those pictures show many people putting those green snakes on the computers and the machines because they believe those green snakes will bring more luck to their work and makes those machines run smoothly. In China and Taiwan, people like to go to temples and worship. When people go to the temple, they usually want more fortune, good luck, and protection from the gods. Sometimes people also want to know the answer to life, such as which job is better, who is suitable to marry. In general, people will take incense sticks. The worshippers burn them and put them into the incense burner. Besides, temples always prepare piles of yellow paper. It's called jas paper. Money for the spirits. The worshippers burn them for the spirits, so that they have money to use in the afterlife. If you burn more jas paper, they have more money to use. Those spirits could wish you more luck. There are many traditions in East Asia. I list most common below. Remove your shoes. Bow when greeting. No tipping is required. Know how to use chopsticks. And table manners. In East Asia, it's essential manners to remove your shoes when entering a home and some fancy restaurants. Removing shoes to ensure the floors and the tatami mats stay as clean as possible. In Japan, people usually eat on a tatami, and it's also normal to sleep on the tatami, so avoiding dirty things brought from the outside of the door is essential. In addition, it's customary to wear specific types of slippers in different rooms, instead of moving in all the rooms simply in socks or barefoot. There are all kinds of costumes around bowing in Japan, Korea, and Taiwan, but you shouldn't worry about knowing all the particulars as a foreigner. But as a baseline, tradition is that you should bow when greeting someone out of respect. That can vary from a slight nod of the head to completely bending down at the waist. In East Asia, you don't have to do any quick math or remember specific percentages because tipping is not customary. However, if go to fancy traditional restaurants, large hotels, or taxis, you can leave some leftover coins, but tips are not expected. In East Asia, from rice to noodles, all dishes are eaten using chopsticks as a tool. There is some example to show what you should do and not. It's considered inappropriate to stick chopsticks upright in your food. For example, putting your chopsticks upright in rice is associated with funeral traditions. If you do this action, everyone will be angry. Nowhere in Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and China. One of the fundamental chopsticks rules is not to directly pass food from your chopsticks to somebody's chopsticks. In addition, it's not polite to wave your chopsticks above dishes or use your chopsticks to point at somebody. It's mannerly to lift small bowls of rice or soup when you eat to prevent dropping food. In Japan, it's usual to make slurping noises while eating noodles, such as ramen and soba. It's believed to taste better when making slurping noises. However, this manner in Taiwan and China is unpolite. I must say language, attitude toward leisure activity, time, social environment, and embarrassing could be a big challenge when those East Asian people want to participate in recreation programs. Despite more people learning English as an international language, it's difficult for those whose first language is not English to express the same deep feelings and thoughts as locals, and it could result in misunderstanding. Another barrier is bad attitude toward leisure activity. The older generation of Asians believes it's a waste of money to have leisure activities. They think of those things just as play, so they don't want to spend their money or spend their time on leisure activities, even if they have a lot of money. So, changing their attitude about leisure activities could be challenging. Another element is time. Many people in East Asia work more than 10 hours daily. For example, sometimes up to 60 hours a week in Japan. 50 to 60 hours a week is typical in Korea, Taiwan, and China. So, it's hard to find spare time to participate in any leisure activities, and those people may continue to work in this mode in Canada, try to earn more money and sacrifice their spare time to enjoy leisure activities. Those social environment is also a barrier when people want to access leisure activities. For example, when most people believe hard working is a successful way of life, how dare you play? Even those people who live in Canada, their families still see them in the same way. So, those East Asian immigration have less chance to participate in any leisure activities due to their social environment barriers. Another condition is Asians is that many people believe seeing a mental doctor is weak, embarrassing, and useless, not to mention taking mind-boosting classes or improving well-being programs. Take me as an example. I have never seen a mental doctor, even though I realized I needed to, but if my family knew that, they would be ashamed and get mad. So, how to work with people from East Asian cultures as a recreation therapist? There are some strategies on the list. Language, religions, culture, understand the background, invite East Asia people, ask and respect. First, language is a big challenge because few Canadians can speak Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Taiwanese simultaneously, right? But recursion therapists can use many language translation devices, such as smartphones, to communicate with them while processing programs. Besides, recreation therapists should realize a little bit about different religions, especially since many people from East Asia believed in Buddhism and could not like participating in any church activity and praying in Christian ways. So asking residents and clients from East Asia for their thoughts is a good idea when planning a religion program. Regarding the implementation of the group program or one-on-one session, recreation therapists should concern their clients from China, Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. They could feel confused during the activity due to culture shock or misunderstanding. So, an excellent strategy to make the program smooth is to give them activity information through the paper prints before the session and let the people from East Asia have more time to understand the program. Sometimes they prefer reading information to oral communication due to language barriers. The final part is evaluation. Recursion therapists should understand the background of those people from Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and China. Facilitators cannot evaluate their clients only depending on their performance during the activity, but think about their culture, background, beliefs, and values. These elements could lead to a better full view of the evaluation results. For me, a good strategy is inviting those residents and clients from East Asian cultures to create a new program. It will give them a sense of participation and make a more suitable activity in the sessions. Thank you for watching my video. 谢谢，ありがとう，감사합니다。